In this part, we are talking about branched chain amino acid. So, branched chain amino acid is basically important in a way that branched chain amino acids are those amino acids we know contains branches in it. Mainly three amino acids are branched, which is we are having a code as a live, L-I-V, live. So, live, L is leucine, I is isoleucine, V is valine. So, these are branched chain amino acids. So, here talking about their nature. Leucine is a ketogenic amino acid. We already told about in the earlier section. Isovaline is a both keto and glucogenic, keto and glucogenic, and valine is just glucogenic. This is from its chemical structure. And talking about ketogenic, we have already told we have a code there that is PITTL. The L is leucine, P is we already told phenylalanine, I is we already told there. The two T's are there, threonine and tryptophan. So this is what? This is what ketogenic amino acids. So talking about leucine, isoleucine, and valine, live mainly these three processes are happening there. Transamination can be happening, interchanging of amino group. That is, amino group is transferred from an amino acid to form a keto acid, or in another way, keto acid to form an amino acid. Anyway, amino acid in the sense, amino acid will be converted to a keto acid, and this there, that acid is converting the other way. The other part will be just an amine without an acid group, and dehydrogenation can happen, and decarboxylation. These are the three major reactions happening in this branched amino acid. They are used for multiple reactions to form HMG CoA, glucose, etc. and etc. In all the way, we just want to know about two diseases which is linked with ketogenic. I mean, branched amino acids. That first is MSUD, that is maple syrup urine disease. Second is isovaleric aciduria. These are the two diseases. Just want to know about what are the two enzymes or two reactions halting here. So first of all, if we're talking about MSUD, it is not MSD, MSUD. So that's maple syrup urine disease. Here, alpha keto acid dehydrogenase or decarboxylase. Either dehydrogenation or decarboxylation is the enzymes for those two reactions are deficiency. That leads to the excess formation of these amino acids in the body. Thereby, you will get a burned sugar smell in the urine. That's what maple syrup is. That's what the name is. That's a maple syrup like order. What is maple syrup? Most of from this part of the world, we are not exposed to maple syrup. That's common in Canada or western part of this country. So here in this for us we are more about like a burned sugar or caramelized part. That's what that kind of a smell is maple syrup disease. So that's just want to know about the enzyme or the reaction which is halting here, deficient here. Dehydrogenase and decarboxylase are both enzymes which is deficient here, leads to maple syrup disease. Second is isovaleric acidemia. So what is just dehydrogenase, not both. That's dehydrogenase deficient here leads to isovaleric. How we can find this? The order, sweaty feet odor syndrome. The person will have a sweaty feet odor. We doesn't know about what sweaty feet is. Our foot won't sweat that much. So what sweaty feet odor? It's a kind of if the feet is more sweaty. If some patient have anhydrosis, excess sweat will be, so the patient will have losing of water more in the body. So that those patients will have a sweaty feet odor. The patient will in the normal room temperature itself they will sweat more, so their palms will be sweating more, their feet will be sweating more. So one of the instance, one of my friend has such kind of a disease. It's not a disease, that's kind of a, it's not kind of a disease, but that's the genetics. That's their way of body, how the mechanism is working. So they need to take more water because dehydration can happen in this way, in this kind. So yeah, I know about a movie instance here to just relate with an isovalent. It's easy when you relate something with since I have a friend, it's easy for me to just write his name anywhere here, to just want to like, set feet order syndrome. So just I want to write his name here, that syndrome like that. So but normally, I mean, we don't have in such condition. We can the most commonly we can relate the things are like personalities. Like if some celebrities are having, we all know about that, and we can tell about those that from which we can relate. Or others instance of talking about this is movies are like it's globally acclaimed. So if a character of movie is, if it's famous or not, if it's famous enough, we can relate it the same way. I have a movie here. in this movie, a part of movie, there's a character called Ammar, which who has this kind of, it's not here for him, it's not a disease, but in a particular situation of a movie, it is it's the director or the writer is claiming that he has a sweaty foot. The situation I can't explain those and all, but so I relate with these two kinds. So this is a character. So I relate with these two like from these two, I am relating it with this. The movie. I'm sorry, the movie which this is called Vikram, which is a South Indian movie, Tamil movie. So in that movie, the character Amma, which is who has a particular instance of the movie, there explains a certain fate in for him. So I am relating this to this with the sweaty foot, because sweaty feet order and all. It's not that common for us to. But just remember, isovaleric acidemia, that's dehydrogenase deficiency. The patient will have a sweaty feet order syndrome. That's all about basic or mainly the branched chain amino acids. Basically, three amino acids live, and what are the three? What's transamination? Or the three reaction: transamination, dehydrogenation, and decarboxylation. If dehydrogenation and decarboxylation is halting, MSUD. If dehydrogenase alone, and I forget, dehydrogenase alone is halting, isovaleric acidemia will be. Or the two are different. In MSD, it's burnt sugar smell for the urine. In case of isovaleric acidemia, we will have sweaty feet order syndrome. That's all.